It's Friday, time for a rather late edition of Feel Good Friday, where we try to find meaning in the minutiae of everyday events that go on in the week. I would focus on two things today. How you deal with retirement. I think there's two things that are very, very important when you retire. Now that you finish work, why would you ever stop learning? I got a friend named Paul Humphreys. He's 70 years old. He doesn't need money, but he loves engineering, and he's going to go out and try and get himself a PhD in engineering. Will he ever use it? No. What, does that matter? No. I totally respect the fact that he won't stop learning. No, I'm not going to be learning at the PhD level, but I love to learn. Like last week, I learned about the Zanclean floods. I did not know about them. They're the floods that created the Mediterranean Ocean. I didn't know about 60 million years ago that all of the Mediterranean Sea was just pure salt because Gibraltar was joined with Africa and there was no water. And all of the floods probably happened in maybe a week, maybe even in hours. Can you imagine the oceans falling about 20 feet in a matter of a couple days? Is that knowledge of value? Probably not, but I think it's cool learning it. And I think when you feel cool, you get a certain enthusiasm for life that I think is worth sharing. Another thing happened to me last week. I'm a member of an improv group, and we're about 15 or 16 people that, we're kind of eclectic in our own way, but we sure have fun. And what was the key to having fun? And I never really dawned on me till last Thursday, I guess that was yesterday, we put on a show for a seniors lodge. And one of our members named Tanya, as soon as you walk in there, there's this huge sculpture about like this big. And she was commissioned to do that in 2017. She was amazing talent. She was so good. She was so creative. And she still is. And I think improv is kind of a function of remaining creative. We all have our silly senses of humor, but at the end of the day, we are always creative. We're always having fun. And I think we have a certain zest for life that I think everybody should have. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're getting a little bit long in the tooth like I am, make sure you never stop learning. Learn some little thing from YouTube or whatever. I guarantee you'll feel better. Be creative. And at the end of the day, make this a great week to be you.